Hey, this is Zach Polk from Prospect Studios, Someone Unlimited. Little girl here a couple of times called me a miracle worker. Just realized minutes ago, maybe half hour ago, I've been working hard. I'm sweating actually. But I just realized that I was sent here by God in the spirit world. This woman's father is the one that motivated me to come here. I'm going to show you what I've done today. Since a little bit after noon, I've tidied up the porch here, tightened up all the spindles, got my tools consolidated there for an easy getaway in case the house is on fire and I need to flee, like it says in the Bible. Got my little office there, and got my frying pan and my grater in case I got a wham wham scratch scratch. There's some bitch that comes and attacks me for what I'm trying to establish here. Resetting a course in life here in this sinking ship. And this woman may not be willing to go on camera, but we will have a video in a little bit about what's been going on here and what I have to offer her to get her to maintain getting control of her life and the lives of the people that she's steward of her charges. But here's my little desk for now. There's my notepad. I'm a live wire. I run 440 volts. This particular job takes a low alcohol beer, Natural Light. That's what we drink on the farm. And a Fireball there. Surprisingly enough, they sell that in the produce aisle at Myers. I'm shocked. I use that for a breath freshener. This is my blessing from the Lord today, from the spirit world. Julie's dad, I got these pants from a friend of hers that he's been trying to communicate through, but her doors aren't open. So I got some really nice pants. These are pinstripes, and they fit me good. And then another pair of pinstripes, and so forth and so on. I didn't clean those cans up, sorry. Those are my beer cans from last night's sleeping medicine. But I got that all organized. Got enough jump ropes for five kids to play jump rope with. Huh? So we got a real nice cat tree here. And a shoe collection to donate, I would assume. But here's the new, improved utility cabinet. I went through the cabinet and gutted it out and roughly organized it. I didn't spend a lot of time because there's not a lot of time to spend. So I laid the groundwork out, and now the refinement process is up to them. There's a piece of mind control right there, greatest form of mind control ever invented. Here it is on the porch, right where you need it. A little gardening cabinet. Empty shelf. Those planters should go in the greenhouse for the winter. I put these tarps up to keep the rain off, but I think I'm going to take them down and then reapply them down the whole front of the house, or around from that doorway, from that pole on the far left. Not that one, that's the doorway, the staircase. So from that pole far left, I think I'm going to wrap these tarps around this porch as far as I can get, see how much farther I have to go to get to that point, and then I'll add another one right here. That way it'll keep the snow from getting on their porch this winter, because that'll create a hell of a thing. So I think this is a really good improvement. And I've picked up all the trash. Got a trash can on this side. I don't know about that baby thing. I left that for them to deal with. I can't do every single thing. There's the eaves trough that I had to mend a little bit to get the water to drain. There's that damn pig. Anybody want a pig? Tell you what, if these people weren't around and I had a rifle, that pig would be in my freezer. Get on out of here! Go on! Don't let a pig run around. Here's my trench dug. You see it's working. Should be a pond over there. Yes, the dirt has to come out of here. This grade is way too high. It's got to come out. But we still need a pond there established for these animals. It'll save a lot of water from the well, and it will save a lot of effort and time managing the caretaking of these animals. I put these buckets out here as a demonstration. I found these in the barn. These are feeding buckets. go on a 2x4 like that. I spaced them out, and the horses know exactly what they're for because they came over here and started licking them. So I want to get a big bag of grain for them today. Give them a nice treat. There's what you don't do. You don't put a round bale on top of a pile of manure inside the pen. Hay goes inside the barn. Anybody who doesn't know that needs to have their head examined. Hay goes inside the barn. So what I did was, they had a feeding trough here, and it was piled with pieces of lumber wrapped in cellophane from some god-awful place somebody works at. There's some more horse tack. I'm not answering your call. Ignore. Just got a call. There's a pile of buckets I consolidated. There's the electric fence stuff. There's the purlins I put on to establish putting some shelving in here and a countertop to work off of. I've got some tack hung up in there. I've got to put some joist hangers in and put some joists in here. I don't care what it is. Anything's better than what they got, even if I just use 2x4s, you know, perpendicular to those. Did I say perpendicular? I think I did. What I need to do is I need to bust this wall down, get this wall off of here, and have her get her uncle back over here with that bobcat and get that round bale out of that damn sewage and get it in the barn. There's the feeding trough. As soon as I brought it out, the horses knew exactly what it was. So I got the pitchfork, hay fork, and I put some hay in there. And you can see they're eating it like they're used to. Hey buddy, you happy now a little bit? I'm gonna get you some grain here in a minute. So we got a big soupy mess here. There's no drainage. If you're gonna have a corral on top of clay, you need to bring in a lot of sand and gravel and establish some kind of a drainage base for the horses to be on top of so the stuff can seep off out around the perimeter and wick away from their area. They're going to end up with hoof rot. And that's a bad thing. I need to get out here Saturday, tomorrow, and I'm going to work on this fence. And I'm going to get an area of it at least. I'm not going to maybe, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing or not. It depends on what my spirit guide tells me to do. But I need to get an area for them to get out here so they can run and play and eat the whatever grasses are available in this mess. There are some plantain there. That's what that is there, plantain. That's an edible vegetable grass. Look it up. You can eat that. Just like pokeweed if you cook it. Jake and Maggie right there. I want to take ownership of them. I want the car that's broke down next door. I want them horses, and then I want the money back from the materials I bought to do this project. I think that's pretty fair. If anybody's got any input, I really appreciate it. Let me know what a horse is worth. I want to be fair with these people, but you know, I've done a whole laundry list of things. You've seen my list. I've been keeping a note, journal, diary, job log of what I've been performing here and the tasks I've been handling. There's a lot of little things that aren't on there because I'm trying not to spend a lot of time keeping notes. There's not a lot of time to spend. Winter's coming. These people are, you know, since their divorce, I'm going to say 8 years right off the top of my head, 8 years in neglect. And Julie seems real appreciative. But it's not just about her, it's about the whole group. And this is a common thing. There's a lot of families that are in this very situation. You know, spending addictions, eating addictions, television addiction, internet addiction, you know. There isn't an alcohol addiction problem here, other than my own minor alcohol consumption, medicinal use, once in a while puff of grass, but to each his own. It says in the Bible, take a lesson from the birds. It also says, ye shall partaketh of all seed-bearing herbs. It also says, all things you do unto man, do as you would do unto your Lord. So, with that, I got to put a handrail up there so Grandma can get up and down them steps. Great Grandma. And I got I've got 3 more electrical outlets to swap out and inspect, and a double switch. And then I've got to tear apart a Breckwell pellet stove and give it a servicing that it's never had before. I have a feeling that there's a sensor out in it, thermal disc, most likely. But I've got the manual, and I'm a highly trained technician. I'm highly trained professional in a very, very wide, diverse range of fields. I have multifaceted interest, I have a multifarious mind, and I am a very valuable asset. I'm a powerhouse, and that's why guys don't like me, especially when I open the door for their wife. But that's okay. Peace, love, care. Prospect Studio, Zachery Polk. Come see me. You might find something special. Thanks a lot.